Fortnite Season 2 has been officially revealed, and it looks insane. The finale live event is coming, and it's going to change the island forever. The latest Fortnite update made it pretty clear that this season's storyline is finally kicking into overdrive. This update confirms that Dark Voyager has already initiated the invasion process, effectively opening the doors for a galactic-level threat, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. For the lore fans, I won't make you wait any longer. I'm going to break down all the interesting changes added today. I'll also be uploading a video 100% dedicated to the deep story soon, so don't forget to subscribe. Jumping straight into the action, the Voyager's ship has returned. His cradle arrived on the island through the same rift it left a few weeks ago. The most interesting part here is the old leak showing different colored rifts. After seeing how the first one worked, we'll probably see this pattern repeat with all the colors. It seems the Voyager is stealing fragments and attaching them to the one currently in lethal labs. The goal? To rebuild the 0 point and call his masters. But here's the thing, I think something will go wrong, and I know exactly what, so make sure to stick around until the end. If you talk to Jonesy, he basically confirms this. He says directly that this Voyager is traveling through dead realities looking for 0 point shards. So very soon, possibly this week or next, we'll see him assembling the different pieces. The big question remaining is whether we can stop him in time, or if he'll manage to rebuild the 0 point, triggering an event nobody expects for Season 2. The only thing we're 100% sure of right now is that the Order has been kidnapped by the Voyager. If you go beneath the labs, you can see her imprisoned, which we actually suspected weeks ago thanks to an audio log. As I mentioned in the last news video, that distress call might have reached an ally of the Seven. This would explain why the Foundation is likely returning in upcoming updates to help us fight the Dark Voyager and his army. Now let's get into the collaborations because we've got quite a few. First up is Regular Show. There was chatter about this in the last update, but it looks like they've finally finished everything for this patch, so expect it to hit the shop soon. Another one that's basically confirmed thanks to Fortnite itself is The Office. Epic posted a photo of a beat on social media, a clear reference to Dwight, so it looks like the characters are already added in this update files, with rumors pointing to 2 skins dropping. The third pack is currently encrypted, and we don't know the design yet, but everything points to an Ed bundle. Though theoretically, it's known that only Ed will appear as a playable skin. For the next collab, we'll have to wait until February, specifically the update on the 5th. That coincides with the new Fortnite Festival season, which is looking like it'll be headlined by Chappelle Roan. In that collab, besides the artist, we could see a mic and a drums. One of the other major collabs for this update is South Park, which arrived 2 weeks ago, but the Rocket League event kick off the 23rd. That one brings quests with rewards and shop items compatible with Fortnite. Starting with the free stuff, we're getting a wrap, which is pretty sick. The best part though is the 5 character head toppers. Just a heads up, these accessories are currently only in Rocket League, but we know they'll port over to Fortnite in the future. In the shop, likely for both games, we're getting a car bundle with 5 character themed wraps. Regarding Fortnite's own skins, it's a super small update. They only added this tarot pack with 3 skins featuring a cel-shaded style that actually looks really clean. There's also another bundle featuring this squid girl that comes with various accessories. For other accessories, there's a new wolf pet, by the way. If you own the specific back bling, you should get one of these pets totally for free. For kicks, we've got these unicorn sneakers and some new boots. As for returns, there are a couple of collabs that haven't hit the shop in weeks. In theory, this month we'll see the return of both the Incredibles and the Avatar skins, which have been gone for over 200 days. Another collab likely returning soon is K-pop Demon Hunters. But not just the cosmetics. It looks like the items we had back in Halloween 2025 are coming back too. My theory is that we'll see this collab in the Blitz, plus leaks suggest a second wave of the Soulja Boy skins is on the way. Moving on to Battle Royale, we'll talk about the lore in a second. But first, snowball launchers have been vaulted. In competitive, they added cheesy puffs and crash pads. Another random addition today is the option to see total likes for every mode. It's wild that Save the World is one of the highest with 20 million, while Rocket Racing has 4.5 million, and Lego Odyssey has 7 million. You can see the list of the most liked modes right there. In other news, a new Fall Guys mode has finally dropped in Fortnite, And nope, it looks nothing like what we expected. In this mode, we're looking at 6 different teams, but I don't think you get to pick your side. It looks like the game just randomly assigns you to a squad for each match. Honestly, that's a pretty trash decision, and in my opinion, it kind of ruins the Fall Guys vibe in Fortnite. I also have to say, the character designs are pretty weak. It would have been way better if they finally did what they did with Lego and gave us actual Fall Guys bean versions of our skins. Jumping straight into the match, there are 2 distinct squads, since it's always a 3 versus 3 format, and you can squad up with your friends or run with randoms. To win, obviously you've got to get buckets. You can shoot from downtown or drive right up to the hoop. The other mechanics involve passing the ball and stealing it with your butt. Yeah, that's actually the tackle animation. Before the match starts, we also get the option to pick a special ability. These clearly give you an edge in the game and charge up as you make plays like passes, shots, or steals. Even though the mode seems pretty simple, it's going to have a competitive playlist and rewards for playing. We're talking a few sprays, a loading screen, and some back blings, which are definitely the 2 best freebies they're giving us. Both the free loot and the mode itself will be around until February 9th. That said, if the mode ends up being a huge hit, I'm calling it now. They'll pull a blitz like last year and keep it around way longer, though let me know in the comments if you think that's actually gonna happen. But since I'm not here just to talk, check out the new skins and emotes for yourselves. But let's switch gears to upcoming collabs and story changes. I'm talking about the biggest anime in history, legendary superheroes, and cartoon crossovers that we thought were impossible. Get ready for a year that is going to absolutely destroy our wallets. Today, we are doing a deep dive. I'm breaking down every single confirmed collaboration coming in the next few months, plus the massive rumored leaks that are all but guaranteed to drop this year. First things first, let's talk about the Wasteland. We technically got the T60 power armor in the Battle Pass a while back, and it was incredible, but the files indicate we aren't done. Epic is planning to bring Lucy McLean, the main protagonist from the Amazon Prime TV show, directly into the item shop. For those of you who don't know Fallout, first, go play it, it's legendary. But secondly, this fits the Fortnite vibe perfectly. I'm hoping we also get a Ghoul skin, or maybe even Maximus, but for now, Lucy is the one locked in. If you missed out on the power armor, this is your second chance to grab some Vault tech gear. The next one is James Bond himself. This was another one rumors said was coming in December, but it got pushed. And honestly, good. A James Bond collab needs to be done right. We're talking about the most famous spy in history. The speculation here is wild. Which Bond do we get? Daniel Craig? Pierce Brosnan? Sean Connery? The delay tells me they are working out the licensing to make this a massive event, not just a simple skin drop. Get your tuxedos ready, agents. Speaking of cars, family. We can't talk about 2026 without mentioning Fast and Furious. We saw the Nissan Skyline and some other vehicles trickle into the shop last year in 2025, but the character skins were missing. That changes now. The leaks are pointing to a massive character drop featuring Dominic Toretto and fan favorite Han Lu. And knowing this franchise, they aren't going to stop at one wave. Fast and Furious has too many legends. I'm predicting a multi-wave release throughout the year to promote the next movie phase. If you want to look like Vin Diesel while cranking 90s, start saving your V-Bucks now. Rounding out the confirmed vehicle section, let's talk about the Disney investment. Remember when Disney bought a huge stake in Epic Games? We're finally seeing the fruits of that deal. Pixar's Cars is coming. We are talking Lightning McQueen and Mater. Now obviously, Lightning McQueen isn't going to be running around holding a pump shotgun. That would be weird. The leakers were hyping this up back in early 2025, and the delay suggests they are building custom animations. Maybe the eyes on the windshield move? Maybe the car talks? It's going to be way higher quality than the standard sports cars we have now. Let's shift gears to the rumors. These aren't officially on the calendar yet, but the files and the insiders are screaming that they are happening. First up, Post Malone. This man is a gamer. He plays Magic the Gathering. He streams Apex. It's honestly shocking he isn't in Fortnite yet. With Fortnite Festival becoming a main mode, Posty is the perfect headliner. Expect a concert. Expect a skin. Expect a full takeover. And then, the one that has the internet divided, XXXTentacion. This has been a rumor for years, but chatter has picked up again that Epic is working with his estate to bring him into the game. If this happens, it will easily be one of the highest selling skins in Fortnite history. I'll keep you posted the second we get a file confirmation on this one. We've had Naruto, we've had Dragon Ball, we've had My Hero Academia. Demon Slayer is the missing piece of the big four. Millions of fans have been begging for it. This is likely slated for a mid-year release to match anime seasons. On the movie side, we have Blade Runner. I'm talking Ryan Gosling. I'm talking Harrison Ford. We already have Han Solo and Indiana Jones, so Harrison Ford is basically an Epic Games partner at this point. A Cyberpunk 2049 aesthetic bundle would look incredible with the new graphics engine. The Gaming Legends series is about to get stacked. First, Devil May Cry. Dante and Virgil. The white hair. The red coat, the dual pistols. Dante was practically built for Fortnite. I'm seeing this all over Twitter, and usually when the community noise gets this loud, Epic listens. Second, Tekken. We got Street Fighter. We got Mortal Kombat. It is literally time for the King of Iron Fist tournament. Let's rapid fire through a few more spicy rumors. Agent 47 from Hitman. The Ultimate Assassin. A suit skin with a barcode on the back of the head. Cleanest skin in the game, hands down. The Riddler. DC has been quiet lately, but we need more villains. We have Joker, we have Poison Ivy. The Riddler is the next logical step to complete the Rogues Gallery. And of course, Shrek 5 is officially hitting theaters in 2026. Epic Games never misses a movie release this big. The rumors are stating that Universal and Epic are currently negotiating the DreamWorks wave. And if this goes through, we aren't just getting Shrek. We are looking at a donkey sidekick that talks, maybe a Puss in Boots, and, if we're lucky, a traversal emote where you ride the dragon. And a surprise one, The Quarry. This is a narrative horror game. Epic loves doing Halloween collabs like Alan Wake or Resident Evil, so seeing the counselors or the monsters from The Quarry would be a perfect Fortnitemares 2026 edition. I want to touch on the Epic Games survey. For those who don't know, Epic sends out surveys to random players asking like, have you heard of these characters? A credible leaker named Sam pointed out some insane names that popped up on the most recent list. We are seeing things like Jurassic Park, Gundam, and even Gordon Ramsay. Yes, imagine getting boxed up and full-pieced by Gordon Ramsay screaming about the lamb sauce. We also saw names like Kane from WWE and the legend Michael Jordan himself, maybe a new variant since we have the shoes. These surveys are basically Epic's to-do list. They aren't 100% confirmed, but they mean Epic is trying to get the rights. Also, the Fortnite roadmap was recently updated with the release schedule for 2026, meaning the dates for all content updates and season renewals have been shared by an official source. Of course, these dates are targets for the developers, and unexpected delays can happen. Nevertheless, it gives us an idea of what the year holds for Fortnite. The community is quickly analyzing the dates to figure out when the next seasons, as well as Chapter 8, will begin. Updates are usually released every 2 weeks, but there are some breaks in the schedule, namely in mid-June. Between June 19th and July 15th, there will be no updates, indicating when Epic employees will be on summer break. Additionally, we expect Chapter 7 Season 2 to run between March 5th and April 29th. Overwatch and Fortnite is finally happening. I know, we say this every year, but this time we have hard evidence. In the latest patch, data miners found a specific file labeled for Hanzo. LEGO actually slipped up and used this hairpiece on a random Ninjago skin, but the file name didn't lie, it's Hanzo's signature mesh. This is the smoking gun we've been waiting for. But it gets deeper. Insiders are suggesting this won't just be a skin drop. We are looking at a full-blown gameplay collaboration. Rumors are pointing to a potential payload LTM coming to Fortnite, mimicking the classic Overwatch game mode. As for the skins, obviously Hanzo is confirmed by the files, but the bundle leaks are suggesting a Heroes of Overwatch pack, featuring Tracer, Genji, and Mercy. Think about the potential for mythics here. A Genji Dragonblade mythic that works like the kinetic blade, but with faster dashes? That would be absolutely broken in the best way possible. Or a Tracer recall item that warps you back to where you were 3 seconds ago to dodge a sniper shot? The gameplay possibilities are endless. This is easily going to be the biggest collab of 2026, likely dropping around February to line up with the new season hype. If you are an Overwatch fan, start saving your V-Bucks now, because this is going to be an instant cop. But wait, because the collab train doesn't stop there. And we can't forget about LEGO Ninjago. Wave 1 was just the appetizer. Wave 2 is confirmed to be rolling out alongside these updates. We have seen leaked assets for Master Wu, and the design is incredible. It's super faithful to the show, but fits the Fortnite art style perfectly. If you are a main in the LEGO mode, you are eating good this year. Now, I want to touch on a few other rumors that have been floating around for 2026. If the latest waves of credible insider leaks and data mined files are to be believed, we are staring down the barrel of the most significant run of pop culture dominance in the history of the game. We are not just talking about a few niche skins here and there, because we are talking about industry-shaking IP integrations that we have been begging for since the very beginning. From the high seas of anime's biggest juggernaut to the gritty streets of anti-superheroes, the roadmap for early 2026 is shaping up to be an absolute dream scenario for us. The crown jewel of these whispers, and undoubtedly the most anticipated collaboration in the entire history of Fortnite, is the long-awaited arrival of One Piece. For years, the Straw Hat rumors have floated around social media like a ghost ship constantly promised but never docking. But finally, multiple reliable insiders are now pointing to a definitive release window of early 2026, marking this as the headline event to kick off the new year. Unlike smaller anime crossovers, the One Piece integration is rumored to be a massive multi-wave event, similar to the Dragon Ball and Naruto rollouts. The first wave is expected to focus on the core heavy hitters of the crew, so we are talking about Monkey D. Luffy, Roronoa Zoro, Nami, and Sanji finally making their debut on the battle bus. The potential for gameplay here is staggering, so just imagine the chaos of a Gum Gum Pistol Mythic, or a three-sword style melee weapon that rivals the Infinity Blade in sheer spectacle. There is also chatter about a Battle Royale map update that could see the Thousand Sunny docked off the coast, which is not just a skin drop, it is a cultural event that anime fans have been waiting for. If the early 2026 timeline holds, it will likely be the biggest and first collab of the year, essentially breaking the internet the second the trailer drops. While One Piece brings the colorful adventure, the tone is set to shift drastically with the heavily rumored collaboration with The Boys. This partnership has been teased on and off for nearly 2 years, but with the climactic finale of the Amazon Prime series looming, the timing for a Fortnite crossover has never been more perfect. This collaboration represents a grittier edge for the game, leaning into the T-rated boundary with characters like Homelander, Billy Butcher, and Starlight. Rumors suggest we could see a Temp V mythic item that grants temporary super strength or laser vision, balanced by a health-draining mechanic to mimic the show's unstable powers. As part of the Gaming Legends series, which has already immortalized icons like Master Chief, Kratos, and Lara Croft, Crash is the missing piece of the 90s platformer puzzle. The leaks suggest that this collaboration has been on the table for a while, but was held back to align with a specific announcement from the franchise's holders. Seeing the orange marsupial in a battle royale as a skin might be surreal, but I think it will be as a sidekick just like the Groot or SpongeBob. We can expect a cel-shaded design that stays true to the Crash 4. It's about time aesthetic, complete with a chaotic spin attack emote that might even have some interaction with crates or loot. Having Crash Bandicoot running alongside you is the ultimate testament to Fortnite's status as the museum of gaming history. And it makes you wonder if Spyro is lurking in the files somewhere close behind him, considering how often those two franchises cross over. If early 2026 delivers on even half of these rumored collaborations, we are looking at a golden era for the game, because the diversity of this lineup spanning anime, TV, musical, and retro gaming ensures that there is something for literally everyone. Epic Games has mastered the art of the hype train, and by stacking One Piece, The Boys, Wicked, and Crash Bandicoot into the same promotional window, they are ensuring that player retention remains at an all-time high. It is rare to see such a concentrated burst of high-profile collaborations hitting one after another, but it seems like Epic is trying to make a statement that Fortnite is still the king of live service games. Whether you are excited for the anime aesthetics of the Grand Line or The Boys, the sheer variety of content coming our way is staggering.